Yo, so I think we all saw what the fuck happened last weekend, and I've seen a lot of mixed opinions from idiots on both sides of the spectrum, but there is one thing I fucking know for sure, and it's that our boy Oda is a fucking genius. Now obviously, we've known that shit already. To be able to create a world like One Piece takes nothing less than a genius, but there's something that solidified him in the upper echelon of geniuses. And I have the right to induct him into that club because, I mean, look at me, I'm the smartest motherfucker alive. But anyway, let's start from the very fucking start of the story here, way back in chapter 1. Luffy's stupid ass is eating this fucking disgusting fruit that just so happens to be laying right next to him in a bar unprotected while hanging around the fucking one of the strongest crews in the world, and he becomes Rubber Boy, and that becomes his main character quirky power. Naruto has his little demon fox, Yuji has his little curse, Eren has his fucking titan, and Ichigo has whatever the fuck he has. I'm on like episode 2 of Bleach, probably some kind of fucking demon, I don't know. Goku is OP for no reason. Now, if you have a brain, you may have noticed a little theme here. Pretty much every main character in anime has some kind of crazy badass power. But Luffy, he's just made out of fucking rubber, that's it, nothing else. He could stretch his body around to do wacky rubber shit, so you might think it's gonna be pretty fucking hard to make a Rubber Boy look cool when demon foxes and shit like that are your competition. But let me tell you, Oda doesn't give a fuck. I think I heard somewhere that Oda gave Luffy such a shitty power to challenge himself as a fucking writer on purpose. I could have heard that from a YouTube short or some shit, so it could be completely pulled out of somebody's ass, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's true. You know, that's some Oda shit. Oda basically took the hardest possible route in, you know, the foundation of this fucking story. What he did is pretty much like if FromSoft made a fucking Dark Souls game in the kitchen of a fucking Starbucks or some shit. I don't know, it's just so off the wall and different that people will look at it and scoff at it at first, and understandably so. That's fucking goofy. Who the fuck wants to play a Dark Souls based in a goddamn Starbucks? That's pretty much the mindset of a lot of people who come from typical shonen and start up One Piece. But this is where Oda's genius shit comes in. Oda somehow makes the rubber power one of the fucking coolest powers in all of anime. Gear 2 doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but Gear 3 is fucking dope. Blowing into his bones and shit to inflate his body parts to make them fucking big it's hard as fuck. It's exactly what you think somebody with a rubber body would be able to do, but it's portrayed in a way where it's just as badass as all the other little demon boys. And then things start to get a little weird when Luffy gets fucking wild ass forms that start to kind of resemble the typical shonen transformations with Gear 4. So for all the hardcore fucking Goku fanboys, Luffy has one of those forms so he can appeal to everybody now. But what comes after that is where shit just becomes fucking beautiful. So we get the reveal that Luffy's fruit isn't actually just a rubber fruit, and it's pretty much a fucking cartoony imagination fruit. Or at least I'd say it's cartoony. Maybe it, like, if some fucking boring fucker somehow awakened this shit, it would be like something different. But Luffy's imagination for some reason functions in cartoony Tom and Jerry shit. I don't know. That's a little headcanon right there. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you know what? Maybe I'm spitting. I don't know. But shit takes a turn that I've never seen in any other anime. Shit turns into a whole ass Tom and Jerry cartoon. It's unbelievably fucking goofy and turns a completely serious fight with serious ass stakes into some bullshit. But that's what makes Oda a genius. This was such an enormous ass risk for him to take, but all of the signs were there from the beginning. Luffy having such a shitty power in the first place should have been a telltale sign that Oda isn't afraid to make a bold ass risky move like this. And I think this will end up turning even more people away from One Piece because they maybe don't know exactly what Luffy's power is, but since everybody and their mother is gonna see what Gear 5 is, it'll turn a lot of people off because it's just so different. Just the fact that Oda was able to pull something off like this, that maybe have like 80 or 90% of One Piece fans be on board with it, is very impressive. But yeah, that's about it for my little Oda cocksucking ramble. Now I want to start talking about the fucking episode that happened, what, Saturday? And just because it's been my fucking life, it's all I've been able to think about. But first of all, the episode was a solid 9 out of 10 for me. All of the fighting sequences were up there with some of the best animation I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. The initial little exchange where Luffy got super fucking jacked was probably my favorite part. Shit looked absolutely wonderful. I kind of wish they did a little more with the old style kind of animation where Luffy was punching the shit out of Kaido, but I'm still satisfied. Luffy fucking slinging around Kaido was also very, it was very beautiful. But up next comes the very controversial part. So this next section is animated by that one Ghibli guy, I'm pretty sure, and it's actually a beautiful fucking scene, but it's just in times 10 speed. And it's also a little bit hard to tell what the fuck is going on because it's just so goddamn fast. Oh, and fucking shout out to Luffy's voice actor once again. I shouted her out in my last video from just the trailer. and that shit exceeded my fucking expectations, and I had some very high expectations. She really fucking nailed all the cartoony ass noises, and the laughing I thought had a chance to get a wee bit annoying, but it wasn't in the slightest. But here comes the negatives about the episode. Toei was clearly trying to save a little bit of fucking time and money by replaying the same animation 3 goddamn times. If they repeated it 2 times, I wouldn't even be mad, but 3 is a bit much. They even had Luffy talking during one of the scenes that they replayed, which is just super fucking off-putting, and of course everybody's favorite part of chapter 1044, the little Hiyori and Orochi saga. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that one panel in the manga where Hiyori is crying and shit, and they probably did a good ass job of it, or at least as good as they possibly could have in the anime, but we just don't give a fuck. We
don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Luffy just awakened his fruit. We don't give a fuck about one of the storylines that we just don't care about. We in general, we don't really give a fuck. We definitely don't care about it now. But overall though, I love the episode, okay? Next episode will be even better without a doubt in my mind. Megami is on that bitch and she's gonna fucking cook. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.